A cyber attack has thrown Nevada's state IT systems into chaos, and the details, or lack thereof, are raising more questions than answers. Officials held a briefing Wednesday afternoon to discuss ongoing efforts to restore state services. But when it came to the ransomware attack that began Sunday and has severely disrupted operations, they remained frustratingly vague. Here's the kicker. Evidence suggests that some data was actually stolen and taken outside the state's network. Tim Galuzzi, the executive director of the governor's technology office, confirmed that the investigation uncovered signs of data exfiltration by the hackers. However, he was quick to caution against jumping to conclusions. At this point in our thorough investigation, we cannot yet specify or categorize exactly what data was compromised, Galuzzi explained. Speculating about the nature of the stolen data without solid proof would be irresponsible. Meanwhile, Nathaniel Holland, the FBI Assistant Special Agent in charge, emphasized that the FBI is actively gathering intelligence on the incident. He encouraged anyone with relevant information to reach out through the FBI tip line, underscoring the importance of public cooperation in such cases. Despite repeated questions from reporters, state and federal officials, including Galuzzi and Holland, declined to reveal critical details about the attack's scope, the types of data taken, or the current status of the investigation. This lack of transparency has left many wondering just how deep the breach goes. And here's the part most people miss. The governor himself was notably absent from the briefing. When asked why, Ryan Cherry, Governor Lombardo's chief of staff, assured the public that the governor is receiving frequent, hourly updates and remains actively involved in directing the response. He couldn't attend this press conference, but that doesn't mean he's not engaged, Cherry said. He is providing guidance on how to restore the essential services Nevadans rely on daily, which have been impacted by this cyber event. Adding to the intrigue, after the initial briefing, the governor's office announced that Lombardo would join state officials for another update on Thursday afternoon in Las Vegas, signaling a more direct involvement moving forward. Despite the chaos, some state officials offered reassurances about critical services. Christopher Sewell, director of the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation, DETR, confirms that DETR remains operational, processing claims and ensuring that clients continue to receive payments. Similarly, the governor's finance office guaranteed that state employees will receive their scheduled paychecks this Friday without interruption. The Nevada Health Authority also stepped in to calm fears, stating that Medicaid coverage and provider payments are secure and functioning normally. They emphasized that access to care and Nevada HealthLink, the state's health insurance marketplace, have not been affected by the attack. To keep the public informed, officials mentioned that a dedicated website is being developed to provide updates on the cyber attack's impact and the status of state services. This story was updated to include the announcement of Governor Lombardo's planned participation in Thursday's briefing. But here's where it gets controversial. Why the initial silence and lack of detailed information? Shouldn't the public demand more transparency when their personal data and essential services are at risk? And what does the governor's absence at the first briefing say about the state's crisis management? These are questions worth discussing. We invite you to share your thoughts. Do you believe the state is handling this cyber attack appropriately? Or is there more that should be done? Your voice matters in this conversation. Our articles may be republished online or in print under the Creative Commons license CC by NC-ND 4.0. We ask that any edits be limited to style or length, with proper attribution and a link back to our website. Please note that AP and Getty images are not available for republication. For guidelines on using other photos and graphics, visit our republishing policy page.